What's going on YouTube? Back for another episode here, and today I hit up Richmond Sport and Fitness, obviously in Richmond, British Columbia, Canada. So, as you guys can see here, I start off with Incline Dumbbell Press, and I'll show you guys some pictures of the place later. I really enjoyed this gym, actually. I gave it a good review for sure. I really did have a good workout there. So, I hit chest and buys, and when I started here, as you guys can see, I got up to the 110-pound Incline Dumbbell Press, and as you guys will be able to see here, I really improved my form. And I know some other videos people were, for lack of a better term, talking shit about form. So I kind of knew that my form wasn't the greatest, and I was just pushing heavy weight, and that's not always the answer to everything. I always think progressive overload is extremely important, as I get into a little later in the video here too. It's extremely important, but the weight has to be controlled. And what I'm really trying to focus on now, as some other news, is I'm also prepping for my first bodybuilding show, so quite exciting on that part. I have about 12 weeks to go here, so getting right into it. But so 4 seconds on the way down, 1 on the way up, and I'm really trying to focus on that. And controlling the weight really enables you to build so much more muscle and so much more strength. So without getting too much into that, I moved on to flies, and I got up to 70-pound dumbbells here. And as you guys can see here, all the iron plates, which I always appreciate. The atmosphere in here was nice. The times I've been, it's not too busy, and just all in all, a solid place. So, like I said, after the incline dumbbell press, I moved on to these incline flies, and my chest was really exhausted because I did a drop set on the dumbbell press. So I moved on to this, and this was really quite challenging, and it was an extreme burn in my chest. After I finished that, I moved on to this flat hammer strength press, and I've never actually used this exact angle of the machine. I've used a lot of variations on it with the incline, the decline. As you guys can see here, I usually use that decline machine right next to me there, and so I wanted to give this one a try because, like I always say, whenever I go to new gyms, I try stuff that's a little bit of a different angle. You see a little differently, and you'll notice that your muscles will respond in a great way if you go with that approach, right? So as soon as I finished that exercise, I moved on to cable crossovers, as you guys can see right here, and you'll really get to emphasize on the fact I said earlier here. You'll really see me emphasize, as I should say, at about 1, 2, 3, 4, approximately on the way down, and then explode up. And at the end here, I started using a little more shoulders. As chest, I was trying to keep it completely isolated on the chest. My chest was just so exhausted that I started cheating a little bit, and then I ended the set right there. So I really enjoyed. They had lots of different cables. You didn't have to wait for anything at this gym, which was really nice because who likes to wait for stuff, right? So then after those cable crossovers, I moved on to the incline dumbbell curls, and I worked up to 40 pounds here. And like I said, I've done a lot more weight than this, but not with this kind of control. So I really exploded up and then really went slow on the eccentric, and my biceps, I'm still 3 days later, my biceps are still super sore. So for anybody that hasn't tried this out, I really emphasize to focus on your form. I know it's a hit to the ego, but I'm starting to realize that how important it really is. So after I moved on from the dumbbell incline curls, I moved on to this one arm cable curl. And I really like to do this actually because I really like to isolate one arm over the other, because especially when you're using bar, I'm not a huge fan of straight barbell curls, but especially when you are doing an exercise such as that, one arm can really overtake the other at times. So it's important to always work stuff, like isolate one arm at a time or one leg at a time. I think that's a very important thing to implement into your training routine. So right after that, I moved on, and this was my last exercise actually, is I did the preacher curl machine. And you guys can kind of see a good view of the gym here. There's some squash courts in the back there. You can see plenty of machines, and I'll show a lot more pictures coming up here, but a lot of machines in the background. What I like, yeah, you want a place with a lot of variety, because I've been in gyms where you have to wait for stuff, or you get tired of just using the same old couple machines. And that's why I was so upset when Gold's Gym Burnaby closed, because that place gave me so much variety. If I wanted to just change the angle from week to week of my exercise a little bit, just change the machine, a slight variation, I had the option to do so. So a very nice luxury when that becomes an option. So I did a drop set here. As you can see here, I don't remember exactly what the weight was, but I dropped from 100 and change a little bit down to about 60, so about in half. And some pictures here. They do have 2 basketball courts, which is very nice. Big martial arts area for you to do all your stuff. Huge hammer strength area, and as you can see there, the red and the blue, they have a big powerlifting area, so lots of area to do functional strength. There's another pic of all the strength equipment they have. Lots and lots of stuff. Metal dump, iron dumbbells there that go up to 140, so nice feature. And then we're going to move right into the ratings here. So first off, hours, I give it a 9.5 out of 10, because as you can see here, the hours, pretty much 24-hour all week, from Friday till midnight, and then 10 on weekends. So you can't get much better than that. That's why I gave it a 9.5, unless it was 24-hour all the time, right? But it's pretty much the best you can get. Price, 9.5 out of 10, because if you're paying the monthly, it works out to be about $24 a month, and you see other options as well, right? But very, very cheap, very affordable for what you get, for sure. One of the best values out there, I would say. I do enjoy, and as you guys haven't seen my video, the Sports Central, I do like that gym. My personal preference, I do like it a little bit more. This one's more equipped, but I found that Sports Central is a little more old school, a little more hardcore. That's a little more my style. But this is a great, great gym. So equipment, 9 out of 10. And as you can see through my video, you'll see why I gave it a 9 out of 10. It's very well equipped. Atmosphere, 7.5 out of 10, because once again, is very nice, not too busy, not a bad atmosphere, just not super, super hardcore like I personally like, in my opinion. That's why I give Sports Central a little bit higher rating than this, but that's just me. A lot of people like this gym a lot more. Then for the cleanliness, Upkeep, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10, because all the times I've been there, it's been pretty clean. Everything's moderately new. Everything's pretty well upkept. So there's lots going on in this place, in this building. They have so much stuff for you to do. They have like basketball courts, like I said, squash, racquetball, all that sort of stuff. They have the MMA, you know, all that sort of stuff, all the powerlifting, tons of functional equipment, massage, chiro, all in the chiropractor, all in the building, right? So I really encourage you guys to check this place out. And if you're in the area, I would say this is a great option to go to this gym, and you're paying under $30 a month for a great gym. So if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, and please like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll catch you guys next time.